Good afternoon, welcome everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Matty and I am back here at EPCOT again for yet another vlog. This time we're gonna go check out some artwork. I'm really surprised nobody's covered this yet, or at least I haven't seen it. But over in the America Pavilion, they've got George W. Bush's artwork on display. And I'm a big fan of art. Most people don't know that about me. I mean, just by looking at me, I know you don't judge a book by its cover, but you know, I guess if you were to see me walking up, I really don't look like an art person, but I am. I love art. I studied it through architecture. I really got into it in my 7th grade art class when we took a field trip to the Art Institute of Chicago, and we studied all the various forms of artwork leading up to that trip. So I got to learn all of the artists like Georges Seurat, Pierre Mondrian, Claude Monet, Toulouse-Lautrec, who else? Pablo Picasso, and my personal favorite, Edward Hopper, creator of the best painting ever, Nighthawks. If you've never seen Nighthawks, Google it. But it's that famous scene that's been recreated many different times, but it shows a group of people sitting in like a bar or what looks to be a diner, and it's late night after hours. And it's just really interesting, and it's from the perspective of the outside looking in. And you look at that going, well, what conversations are they having? It looks like a guy and a girl sitting together. Are they on a first date? They married? What are they doing? You know, late night business trip out at the bar, you know, type thing, who knows? And then what's the bartender saying? There's something about artwork that just, all you gotta do is sit there and look at it, and it just really speaks to you. It's hard to, if you're into art, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have a painting you love, or a picture, or sculpture, whatever, you can stand there and look at it for hours. And even though it might be deep in depth, or small, simple, easy, every time you look at it, you find something new about it, which is, that's why I love it. I love art. So that's why I came out here today. We're gonna go check out George W. Bush's artwork in the America Pavilion, and if there's extra time, we'll do a few other things. But today's main focus is all about art. For all of you art aficionados out there, this one's for you. Again, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Main Street Fire Rescue. This vlog is now in service. Let's get our ass in the park. There we go. Thank you. I love this magic band. This is the Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, the Farewell magic band. And when you scan that in, it says Reflections of Earth. And then it turns orange, and then you hear the, and then the light goes out, just like the torches when they started Illuminations. One of the greatest Walt Disney World shows, fireworks shows ever created. So today we're gonna head in to the America Gardens Theater, or not the theater, but the America Pavilion. We're gonna go up the right side of EPCOT today, past the new Communicore Hall. And the Mickey and Friends queue. Let's take a queue line and put it outside in Florida. Man, what were they thinking on that one? I just noticed this. I didn't see this the other day. There's the old Universe of Energy. There's World of Motion. It almost looked like the People Mover. That's what it used to look like before it became Test Track. But once again, they gave us colorized wallpaper instead of making these into physical sets. I don't know, what do you think? I feel like this tree is late to the Flower Garden Festival. That's really nice. Man, the humidity is absolutely just unbelievable right now, which is crazy because a couple days ago the humidity was only like 25%. It's pretty high right now. I think it's like 89-90% right now. This is pretty wild right now. It's the actual temperature is only 82, but because the humidity is almost 88%, the feels like temperature is almost 100 degrees. People are always asking in social media that have never been here in the summer, that, you know, are from northern states or anywhere not Florida or the South, and they always ask, Well, how bad can it really be if we go in July or August? All I can say is you can't understand it until you've experienced it. That's all I got. You can't begin to explain it to somebody because they have no idea. You have to come here and actually experience it. All right, so if you want to know where this is at, it's in the American Adventure building here. And here we are, Portraits of Courage. Commander-in-Chief's Tribute to America's Warriors by President George W. Bush. Let's check this out. And inside here you can see the audio animatronic stage show, The American Adventure, which I highly recommend making time to see that. I like how he's done these. You can tell he's used different techniques. This is also a good exhibition here. American Indian Art and the American Heritage Gallery. Wasn't it George Bush that moved in next door to Homer Simpson? Oh wow, they even put more in here. I just learned that some of these people in here, some of these people that are in here, they came in here to see their family members. Some of their family members are up here on the wall in these portraits. How neat. Semper Fi. Big fan of Trace Adkins' song, Semper Fi. If you haven't heard it, give it a listen. It's really good. He did a fantastic job on that.
I don't know. You've been so helpful. We're so grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. I got it as soon as I got it.
That's incredible. I mean, that's really neat. What a great display. If you're going to be here at EPCOT, take the time to come into the American Adventure Building and see this, especially if you're an art lover. You know, again, big fan. You can see a lot of emotion and a lot of pride in those paintings, and some of them are done. A lot of oil painting, but some of them are done in various techniques. It's really neat to see. Don't skip this. And what I also thought was really neat, amazing, is some of the people in there. They went in there to see their family member that's been painted. So basically, everybody that's been painted in there served in the service in one of the divisions of the armed forces. And when you see some of them, you know, the way they've been painted, some of them have, you know, you can see the prosthetic limbs, and that's when it hits home. You know, these people, you know, got injured and yet are still living life. If they got injured, serving our country, standing up for what we all truly believe in. As they say, freedom is not free. And one of the scariest things, I forget, again, I said it the other day, what president said it, but we're only one generation away from losing our freedom. So make sure you never forget that. Have pride in your country, and as the late great Toby Keith has always said, don't ever apologize for being patriotic. They can go themselves. Anyway, beautiful exhibit. Disney, you did a good job on this. Do more of this.
please move toward the corner or flat, which leads to our escalator. And as you approach the escalator, please hang on to the rails. And please also make sure to take your children by the hand while you step. And we hope you enjoy the show.
I did not know that Walt joined the Red Cross Ambulance Corps during World War I. That's pretty neat. That Walt joined the Ambulance Corps to help during World War I. I mean, I tell you, man, you often wonder if, hopefully not, but if things ever went south and we got ourselves wrapped up in war. Which, no, but if it happened, how many people today would be willing to step forward and do that? I know I would. Whatever it takes to defend my country, I would do it. But from one paramedic to somebody else that was helping out during the war, you know, man, Walt. I'll have to look and see what Walt did when he enlisted with the Red Cross Ambulance Corps, but that's pretty neat. What an amazing exhibit that was. The American Adventure runs pretty much every hour. Good way to cool off during the day. It's an excellent way to cool off. Or see it before you wrap the day up and take a break. Or see it a few times. Actually, you could easily see it a few times. There's so much that goes on in there. Well, all right. I was going to do the outro there at EPCOT, walking out to the car, but man, the heat and humidity, it was starting to overheat the camera a little bit. So rather not push things, I don't want to really damage my camera, because for one, the G7X Mark II and III cameras you can't find anymore. Canon has discontinued those, and they are a small fortune on various sites like eBay and Amazon if you want to buy one. You may be lucky to go to an electronics store like Best Buy or a few others and might find a few extra holdovers for about $300 or $400, which is what they normally go for. But yeah, so I want to hang on to this camera. I don't want anything bad happen to it. I love this camera. Eventually though, I'd love to upgrade to like a Sony, was it A7X? Something like that. Anyway, something's got HD. This does 1080i, which is good, or 1080p. Does fantastic, but would love to go into the higher pixels eventually, or the higher definitions. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that. For all my art fans out there, if I have any yet, that are in my subscription base, or if you come across this vlog, like and share it out. Let's shove it up that algorithm's ass so we can become more relevant. I need any help you all give me helps greatly, you know, with getting, you know, the channel Main Street Fire Rescue out there. But again, right now, thank you all very much for your support. And again, I hope you like the art exhibit. I tried to, you know, get pretty much everything that was there. It was very crowded in there, which I'm sure was a combination of the Voices of Liberty show. The singing show was going to happen shortly. So I wanted to kind of get that in before that started, but also, you know, the next American Adventure show was going to start. And then it's also hotter than you know what out. So it was a combination of all three. It was a little more crowded in there than normal, but I just walked with the camera and tried to, you know, capture everything. The ambient noise is there, so kind of make you feel like you're at EPCOT in the American Adventure Pavilion inside the building there. As I said, when I was out there, it is really neat to look at the style that he used. It really captures a lot of emotion. That's kind of how I feel about it. You can see the looks on their faces and just the emotion that's in there. That was true passion, you know, when he painted those. It's very good work. I like it. You know, it could be debatable, but I would say that, you know, by looking at Bush's paintings, you could almost make the argument that he was more of an impressionist painter, you know, in a contemporary style. Hard to say. What do y'all think? Where do you think George W. Bush's paintings land, in what style? I think it's impressionist. Just to start some conversation, comments. What do y'all think? For those of you that are big time art lovers. And again, I know that that's one thing that probably a lot of people, you know, they start watching my channel, are like, this guy likes art, holy shit. Really? Or maybe some people are like, oh yeah, you fit the description perfectly. I knew he liked art all along. One of these days I would love to go back up to Chicago, and now that, you know, doing some vlogs in that, I think it'd be great to go to the Art Institute of Chicago and revisit some of the paintings that I really enjoyed when I was there in junior high and high school. Again, as I said in the intro, my favorite painting is Nighthawks by Edward Hopper. I love that painting. The one thing I wish I would have gotten, and it's very hard to find now, anybody remember Spencer Gifts? The Spencer Gift store in the mall. Not sure if they're still around. They might be, but it's been ages since I've been to a mall. So not sure if Spencer's is still around, but they used to have a section of paintings that had lights in them. And it was, you know, obviously around the home decor and all that stuff. Spencer always had really cool stuff. Well, they had that Nighthawks painting in there, and above the windows, where the outside of the diner, bar, whatever they're in, they put an actual green neon light in there, and it really accented that painting perfectly. I wish I could get my hands on that thing. I can't find it anywhere. I've tried looking on eBay. It does show up on eBay from time to time, but it's so rare, and it's usually very expensive. But if I can find one of those for a decent price, I might just get one, because I freaking love that painting. I really do. Anyway, let me know what you think of the portraits that George W. Bush painted. Really neat exhibit. Really neat exhibit. I'm glad Disney did that. That's again a great way to get people into the America Pavilion, where the American Adventure is. It gets, you know, gets people some culture. You know, gets them there. You know, take a look at some artwork. Honor our military veterans. You know, both serving and have served. And get to see the Voices of Liberty, and if you feel like it, take in the American Adventure show while you're there. Perfect. It just works out perfectly. Please, Disney, do more stuff like that. Utilize these pavilions. You know, they're just, I want Epcot to get away from being known for a place to eat and drink around the world. Like, it's great because you get to sample cuisine. Yeah, you get to sample cuisine from around the world and experience different drinks and that. That's great. But I hate that, for the most part, that's all it's known for. People just talk about, oh, getting drunk around the world. There's so much more to Epcot than that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, thank you all for your support. Keep liking the videos. If you like what you've seen, hit subscribe. And then ring that little ring-a-ding-ding bell notification, and you'll get a notice when I update or upload future vlogs. And again, thank you all for your support. I really appreciate it. As I'm going to end every vlog from now on, I've been using it for the last couple. This vlog you've seen has been the truth, and it's been actual, and I hope for you all, it's been mighty satisfactual. The Main Street Fire Rescue is out of service. See ya.